Welcome to Waiter to Win, everybody. It's good to have you all here with us. And, well, what can I say? Other than... it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Can you hear it? Can you hear that, boys?
Loud and clear.
Aren't you happy? But we need
not
to
as
get...
happy as my kids, Clyde. Not as happy as my kids.
No. Good time. It's the best time of life to appreciate what you've got. This is it now. But now we need, Darren, we need a Christmas bonus now. There's nothing under the tree. There's nothing under the tree.
No, there's some good value on Sunday and Monday. I'm sure we're going to clean up.
Okay. Let's put Mark up with to sleep now. Thank you very much for that. Well, we've got to start. Listen, the week hasn't been too bad. I mean, last weekend we tipped that treble, didn't we, at 20-1 at turffontein. That arrived. So people got some money with that as well. And that also 4 matches at one, what was it called? The first leg of the Big Six. First time for Paul Matchett, what we tipped. Remember its name? Gaelic Chief, was it?
Oh, Gaelic Chief. First time for Paul Matchett. Yes, yeah, he won a cracker. Back up the straight. And War of Athena also closed up the treble for us. Yeah,
well, so not too bad. I mean, you can't say we haven't been... During the week, the guys on our WhatsApp group, they're looking for something to come as well. So we'll start with that. Just don't forget about your Christmas gift. We're Betway giving away those 2 West Ham United jerseys. They've been signed. There's a promotion going out, I know, today with them as well. So you guys can have a look at that. Hopefully, you've already done your application with your referral and your registration. And I'm hoping that it's you, if you're watching and you're on the WhatsApp group, that you get your West Ham jersey, if you are, of course, a soccer fan. 069-164-3272. More names have been added to the WhatsApp group, just so that you guys know, in terms of what the situation is. And we're going to get some really good action. Now, so what's happening this weekend is, with it being Christmas weekend, we've got Greyville, Hollywoodbets Greyville Sunday, and turffontein Monday. So we thought what we'd do is we'd focus on the Monday meeting, and then once we've done that, we'll go back to Greyville and have a quick overview of what we like for the Greyville meet. But let's start up with the public holiday, Boxing Day being Sunday the 26th. But with it being a holiday on Sunday, the Monday becomes automatically a holiday, doesn't it, Daryl?
Yeah, Clyde, and it looks like a really punter-friendly card. We'll be spending our Sunday winnings on the exotics, on the Pick Six on Monday. I'm very bullish on the Sunday card as well. But the first leg of the Pick Six,
yeah,
the first leg of the Pick Six Insatiables is at 6-10. I'm not exactly running out and taking some of that, but I do believe she is a very confident Pick Six banker. She knew all about it on debut, Clyde. She came out very quick. She was caught close to home, and then unfortunately in her next start she bumped at above average filly in Lucy English, who won her next start. She won 2 in a row, and then she ran third in the Gardenia behind Hello Winter Hello, who won her next start. So the form has certainly stood up, and she's shown enough to suggest that she's ready to exit the maiden ranks. She should take some beating. But number 6, Ifiko, I think of the balance of the field, she certainly points to be the improver in the pack. She did have excuses on debut. She was slow. She wasn't striding out. And if she puts that run behind her, she could make marked improvement. But for the Pick Six, I'm willing to take a chance, and I'm banking number 5, Insatiable.
Okay. And Darren, what's your take on it?
Well, I did have quick run added to that until she was scratched. So it makes Insatiable very, very hard to beat. She shows a lot of gate speed, and then she was just run out of it the final 200 by Lucy English, who was just a better horse on the day. So in this sort of lineup, I make her close to a banker, but I've included that filly Ifiko into the equation, into the Pick Six. She ran no kind of race on debut, but she was not striding out, and there was money for her from 5-1 into 3-1 race time. So she was obviously showing something at home, and if she can bounce back to what she's showing at home, I think she could give the favorite Insatiable a run for her money. So I'm going the 2 horses, playing safe in the pick 6.
Yeah, so just those 2 runners as far as the pick 6 is concerned. Okay, I just wanted to have a quick look here. I want to see if I can just do this and see if it works or not. I'm going to try something that we haven't tried before, so I think it might just be worth our while doing. And see if we can get this up. I would like to put this up for you. Can you see that, guys?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that for a moment and see where that takes us to for now. This is the computer form for online, the guys who haven't got the book with them, and I'd like to just show this to them. And those that haven't been studying the form, just a quick look at what you're talking about there. And I can sort of zoom into Insatiable there. You can see exactly the 2 runs you're talking to, where she ran 2 seconds on the trot, right? And Daryl, you making it hard to beat, but Darren, you think that there might be one danger in the race, right?
Yes, I just thought there was a lot of money for Ifika on debut, and she lost 2 lengths at the start, and she wasn't striding out. So I think you can put a line through that run.
Yeah, and that's the run over there. But she was beaten 12 lengths behind it, and you said she wasn't striding out, and that's the run you're referring to over there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting that we've got that. Let's take a look then at the rest of the market. Then I'll take you there quickly and see where that leaves us as far as the opening leg of the jackpot is concerned. And this is where, and I'll stay with you, Darren. Now, Chase Your Dreams is currently at 15 to 10 at top of the boards. Is there value at 15 to 10, or is that also going to drift in the market?
Well, there could be good value at 15 to 10 Chase Your Dreams. He came to the race course with such a big reputation. He was expected to win by a couple of lengths, and he just seemed to be a little bit one-paced the final 200 meters of the race. He was in contention, and then he just failed to fire the last 200. The winner in that race was Prince of Fire, who's won 3 from 4 starts and looks very decent, or he's won 4 from 5 if I'm not mistaken. He's a decent sort. And the third horse who ran in that race was a horse called About to Storm that actually placed in the Secretariat Stakes. So I'm expecting a big run. He's had a bit of a layoff, but the Michael Azzi team, they normally get them fit and ready first time back. And I'm expecting him to win. I'm taking him as one of my best bets on the card and my banker in the pick 6.
Okay, and that's the horse you're talking about over there. So he's a Karari. The 2 winners that who were? Do we know who came out of those 2?
Well, Prince of Fire came directly out of that to win,
okay.
And I think About to Storm won 2 runs later, but there was another horse that came out to win. And if you see on the opening betting there, he was 5 to 1 into around 6 to 10 on debut.
Okay. All right, interesting. So that's hard to beat for you, Darren. How do you, Daryl? Sorry, how do you see this?
Clyde, it's a real pity that the yard have decided not to comment because he is returning from a rest, and in the front.
What do you mean they decided not to comment?
In the front of the computer form, horses that are returning from rests, they are contacted. The trainers are contacted for a comment, and the yard.
That's very unusual. That's very unusual. I could phone Michael Azzi. Must I phone Michael Azzi now and see if he answers?
No. Anyway, I'll carry on. You can try call him. I'll carry on. Like Darren said, there was a lot of money for him on debut. But interestingly enough, the stable said it wasn't their money. So I don't know where the money came from, but there was truckloads of money for this horse on debut. And for me, he didn't look very comfortable in running, but I think he's going to benefit from the rest. He is returning from that rest. I think the stable would have ironed out those issues. Yeah. And the booking of Samanga Kumalo would inspire some confidence. If you do fancy him, I think you must be happy that Kumalo is up, because I think he probably is working well back home and expecting to go close. I've decided to back him up because he was disappointing on debut. So I backed him up with number 10, Sonostrol. He's been very, very costly to follow.
Live at the moment. This was Chase Your Dreams. What can we comment on it? Yes. 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 Good one. Okay. Why was he arrested? What happened to him first time out? Pulled up short. Okay. Okay, but you're happy with him, eh? Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And all the best for Christmas, eh? And your family. Thank you, Mark. Cheers, bye. Okay, now sorry, boys, I had to do that. I got out, were you talking? I got hold of Michael Azzi, and he said that the horse pulled up first time out. I think he said it was a bit on the sore side or whatever the case may be, but short or whatever, but he's rested it and it's well. And if it doesn't need the run, he thinks it'll put up a good showing. So I think there might be two plays here. It seems like a very nice horse. And there are two opportunities for us, I think, in terms of your player, Daryl. I hope that answers the question. I'm not sure why there was nice. A comment in the book, but he didn't hesitate at all to talk to us.
It's nice to hear that he's coming into the race expectant of a decent run. So he's one for the shortlist. Like I said, I've backed him up with Sonastrol. Another horse that's proved very, very costly to follow. Now, there must be a reason behind all the money he's been finding, the support he's been finding, and it's obviously shown good work back home. He needs to reproduce that homework on the track, and he could put those two disappointing efforts behind him and certainly win a maiden. And then number 8, I know John Field. I know his form line is not strong at all, but one thing in his favor is he's got the blinkers for the first time. He's trained by Paul Peter. He's going to be out on his bicycle, and the drop to 5 furlongs, stripping fitter are two positives on his side. So I've opted to go 3 horses in the pick 6 of here. But like you say, Clyde, the favorite Chase Your Dreams is expected to go close. So if you are willing to take a chance, you could possibly bank for him.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to quickly go back to for a moment to the Paul Peter, the horse that you're talking about. Quickly, this horse here, John Field. So the both form lines have been fairly solid already to date, haven't they?
No. His latest start was in a work rider event. He showed a hell of a lot of pace and just got tired of the final furlong or so. So that's why I say the drop to 5 furlongs will certainly suit him.
Yeah.
There has been a winner from that form line, but it was in the form of the Hound, who also won in the work riders. So it's certainly not as strong form lines as the other two bring into the contest.
And Darren, your summary of this event?
Yeah, I'm very strong Chase Your Dreams. I know he was disappointing on debut, but seeing that he pulled up sore and he was hanging in from the 500-meter mark, and still to only run 3 lengths off horses like Prince of Fire and About to Storm, I think he'll come back fit and firing in this sort of event over the minimum trip. So I'm going Chase Your Dreams over John Field. I think he'll be staying on for second. And then Sonastrol, who's very disappointing, can run into the minor money. Okay.
All right. Well, let's move on from there now and take a look at the rest of the market now and move on to race number 5 on the card quickly. And here you got Lemon Delight, who's currently 15-10, Red Saxon 15-10 the pair. And Darren, I'm very big on Red Saxon. I don't know, how do you see it?
Yes, you know, this horse was so impressive in the Dingons. First time out the maidens in a quality grade 2 field. I was actually very surprised how well he ran, and he challenged the winner all the way to the line. So on that sort of performance, he's going to run an absolute cracker here. Lemon Delight won a very good race last time out. She's also run off the likes of Seeking the Stars, Captain's Ransom, Serena in Cape Town before relocating to the Highveld. And her 2 runs in the Highveld have been very good. And I think she is the second best weighted in the race, if I'm not mistaken. She comes in with a lively chance. And then another horse to consider is Captain Lannister. He tries the 1400-meter trip for the first time. And just on the way he rounds his races off over the 1200. I believe that the 14 could be right up his alley. And I'll be throwing him into the pick 6 with Lemon Delight and Red Saxon. So for me, I can't split Lemon Delight and Red Saxon for top honors and then Captain Lannister for third.
Okay, so no surprise if you see Captain Lannister come and win it. Daryl, what's your take on Red Saxon? I thought that run in the Dingons was a solid performance. I know they were saying that the field of the Dingons perhaps wasn't the greatest quality. I remember Mark de Kock saying probably an ordinary graduation plate. I think Joey Sommer said the same sort of thing. However, I think this horse Red Saxon is the type of horse that has got tons of ability and is only going to get better and better as he goes.
Yeah, Clyde, unbelievable post-maiden run. Like you say, in the Dingons, many are going to question his rating because it was thumped from an 84 to a 107. But you know what? Even if the handicappers have got it a few points either way wrong, he still comes into this race well in, and he's going to give a bold showing. Number 5, Lemon Delights. You know, she's going to have everything her own way. She's got fitness on her side. She's got the draw. She's got the distance. So many positives on her side. So she's no slouch. I thought that comeback run, her half-felt debut over a mile was a cracking effort because she probably needed it, and the mile is a stretch for her. And then last time out at the ball, she was oh so convincing, never in doubt. So she's obviously enjoying herself up here on the half-felt. And then I was very, very bullish on Captain Lannister last time out. Very disappointed with his effort, but he was languishing towards the back of the field. He never picked it up, and he was reported to be changing legs, so he did have excuses. And if you are willing to put a line through that effort, his previous form, you can't fault it. So he is unexposed over this trip. If he's even better, if he's more effective, he's no slouch. He's going to give the favorites, Red Saxon and Lemon Delight, something to think about. But he has to prove that he's better than his last efforts. So I've also gone wide in this race of the pick 6, Clyde. I've opted to go the exact same 3 as Darren. 3,
Okay.
5, and 6.
All right, so you guys are making it open. Okay. Let's go to the next on the card. That Miss Elegance has come out. Now that's been scratched. So Mark's Chick is top of the boards at 9 to 10. 5 Hollywood Bound is 9 to 2, and 4 River Dune is at 13 to 2 with Prairie Falcon and Sister Light. But I think is this now not a one-horse race now that Miss Elegance is out?
Clyde, you know Mark's Chick. I don't know if you want to scroll to the next race
Yes.
so we can see her form.
Yes.
But she does come into this race joint best weighted along with Hollywood Bound. But last time out, she did run in a race where she could only be penalized the 6 pounds, which she got. She got the maximum 6 pound penalty, but she did in fact run to a 103. So based on that, she does come into the race best weighted. I thought she was very impressive last time out. She fought off, she held off an above average Sporting Perfect Witness, who subsequently come out and won and got beat. Just went down second in the Ipitomi Challenge. So the form is certainly holding up. Another one that should get the run of the race and give a bold showing. But you know, Hollywood Bound, I know she's 0 from 4 on this track. But if you just go back to her third when she ran behind Bold Act, that form line is standing up extremely well. And then last time out, Clyde, on a line through Sprinkles. Now, Sprinkles ran third in the Fillies mile. In Hollywood Bound's comeback run, she got beaten by Sprinkles, giving her 3.5 kilograms. She got beat 3 1/4 lengths. Last time out, at level weights, in the Fillies mile, she got beaten 5 lengths by Sprinkles, which cements the fact that she's better than that effort. I know it was of a mile, and they probably chose to ride her more conservatively. Being back in the 7 furlongs, I think she's going to be up front, dictating the pace. And I like the fact that the stables come back to form. She's certainly Mark's Choice's biggest danger. And I've decided to back up Mark's Choice in the pick 6. I've gone 2 and 5.
Well, that's interesting because I thought that Mark's Choice a one-horse race. Let's get Darren's take on it. Darren, how do you see it?
Well, now that Miss Elegance is out the race, I really do believe that Mark's Chick looks a very difficult horse to beat. I would have preferred her over a mile, but she is coming back and in trip. And on the stand side track, 1,400 meters, I think it's going to suit her down to the ground. And I think it'll take a good one to beat her. I have backed her up with Hollywood Bound in the pick six. She didn't stay in her last start, and on her best form, like that third to Desert Miracle and the Golden Slipper, that second to Sprinkles, giving her weight. On that sort of form, it brings her in with a lively chance. And then the River Dune I've thrown in as well. She had her first run on the high fault last time out. She did have excuses that day. And on her best form, she's still lightly raced 4-year-old. I think she could be thereabouts. But for me, Mike's Chick, very hard to beat. I've thrown 4 horses in the pick six, including the scratching Miss Elegance. So if Mike's Chick does win, I'll double up from the 4 runners.
Okay. Well, let's stay with you and go on to the 7th race, where Elysian Chief is top of the boards at 9-2, 13 Sheila's at 11-2, 14 Bard of Avon at 6-1, with a 1 Battle Force at 8-1 and a 6 Bold Ransom 8-1, and then 9 Nvidia trading at around 9s, and then you've got Winter Stories number 5 at 10-1, and 11s at better the others. Just how open is this, Darren?
Well, I've narrowed this race down to a couple of runners because the favorite, the very wide favorite at 9-2, Elysian Chief, he's a top sprinter in the making. He seems to be improving with each and every start. He was thrown in the deep end, well, in his penultimate start, and then last time out, he took on an even stronger field, and he won a really good race. He drops back to the 5 furlongs, which he'll have no problem with. He shows a lot of gate speed, cruising speed up to the 400, and he has a very good turn of foot. So I make him the horse to beat, even though he carried a penalty from his last start. I do believe he's up to it with 56 kilos. Bard of Avon is another 3-year-old in the race, and he does receive 4 kilos from Elysian Chief. And Bard of Avon's very effective over the 5 furlong trip. Last time out, he just cruised up to them at the 300 and put the race to bed with Alden Meyer that day. Yes. And him with bottom weight with 52 kilos, I think Bard of Avon's a massive runner in this contest. Then another horse to consider is Sheila. Now, I believe that Sheila is a best over 1,000 meters. 1,200, she got it right in the nursery, but she wasn't finding too much towards the finish. I think the drop back to 1,000 meters is going to suit, and she could bounce right back to best here. The top weight, Battle Force. Now, he hasn't had many starts over the 1,000-meter trip. It is a bit sharp. He's more of a 1,200, 1,160 sort of horse, but he's got a lot of class on his side, and he is better off a couple of kilos with Elysian Chief on that last outing. So Battle Force has a big chance of upsetting. And
it says here bumped late in his last start as well.
Yes, he was bumped slightly towards the outside when he was looking for galloping room. Yeah. And then Nvidia, he's had 2 runs back after a year rest, and he's improved with each and every start, and he should be spot on to run a decent race here, Nvidia. He's had the 2 runs back since December 2020, and only 1 length off Hello last time. He's got to have a lively chance on that sort of effort.
All right, so it's open, basically.
I've put 5 runners in the pick 6.
Okay. And then for you, Daryl?
I've decided to tip 2 pick 6s to our viewers today. In the 1 pick 6, I've gone field. In my tighter pick 6, I've narrowed it down to 4 runners, them being Elysian Chief, Mind Reader, Bard of Avon, and Winter Stories. I want to touch on Mind Reader, Clyde. If you just go back to the Golden Loom handicap, she got beaten by 3 lengths by Elysian Chief. Now, Mind Reader goes down 5.5 kilograms. Elysian Chief goes up 1.5 kilograms. That's 7 kilograms better off for a 3-length beating. I think that's certainly enough to bring her much closer and put her in with a chance over here. Bard of Avon is receiving a lot of weight from the other 3-year-old in Elysian Chief, and he travels extremely well in his races. I know he's only got 52 to shoulder, but he is in fact 1.5 kilograms under sufferance, but he's got a lot more to offer, and he's still ahead of the handicapper. So I won't read too much into the fact that he is under sufferance over here. He's in good form. He's super fit. He's going to go up handy, and with 52 to shoulder, he's going to be right there. And then Winter Stories, Clyde, 3rd run after a rest. If you watch a race in running, you want to be on this horse going through the 400 because he travels so sweetly. It looks like he's going to win so comfortably. And then, unfortunately, he just hangs all over the place and he comes up for air. So, obviously, the stable's been working on those issues. And I think the drop down to 5 furlongs is a major positive on his side. And if music can time it correctly, he could be the upset material in the race. But I think it is competitive. Certainly no shock to see the favorite one of your Listen Chief, because he surprised many last time out, and he's certainly more than capable.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think you guys are right in terms of perhaps there are 2 plays here, and one way or another, you look at it, they're all competitive, they all seem fairly decent and they've got ability at their very, very best. If I had to make a first choice in the race, which one is hesitant to really do so, I'm looking at the top weight Battle Force. But let's go to the 8th race now, Daryl, and have a look at this horse, Abion, joint favourite with Southern Blaze at 22-10. Is it a 2-horse race?
Clyde, I've opted to go wider. Abion, if a Mark de Kock inmate struggles to win from his first 4 starts, he's limited. In saying that, he's got the bend experience. Last time I'd say he ran over the course in distance. He's going to be up front. And what seems to be a moderate field will certainly be no surprise to see him exit the maiden ranks. Number 10, Southern Blaze. He ran on well on debut, and he should have come on for that run because being trained by Stuart Pettigrew, they do improve with runs under their belts. I'm just worried about that form line. 9 runners, not one of them have managed to win a race from there. So that form line is suspect, but it's not the strongest of fields, and he certainly has scope for improvement. What I'm going to do over here, Clyde, I'm going to tip number 3 as a place bet, Grand Destiny. Now, I know he's held on his later starts by Abion, but on that occasion, he wore the tongue tie and he never settled in running. And I think he's better than that effort. He is from a yard that has found form, Clyde. That's what I like of here. And he's going to get the run of a race in a moderate sort of lineup. I think he is going to be in the money. And I think I'm going to tip him as a place bet for the viewers out there. Number 3, Grand Destiny. For the pick 6, I've gone wide. I think I've opted to go 6 in the last leg of the pick 6 because, like I've touched on, doesn't look like a strong field at all.
Well, Erico Verdini's got all the Christmas money you ever need, I think.
Yes.
Didn't he?
Got it all. Yeah.
The double landed, they did very well yesterday. I mean, Thursday. This has been recorded Friday morning, by the way. Okay, well, all right. Well, that's interesting. Maybe not the strongest maiden fields, as you quite rightly say. Darren, how do you see it?
Well, Clyde, I've gone the field in the pick 6, excluding the first timers. I haven't found the strongest of form lines here to actually narrow it down. And my first choice would be Abion. I think he did it a little bit hard last time with the blinkers. So I was a little bit concerned that he's got the blinkers again. I think he's more relaxed without the blinkers on. And on his best form, he's got to be a big runner. That horse, Motor City Hitman, number 2 on the card. He ran a cracker in his penultimate start. And he then last time out, he was just never ready. He was in contention, but he just faded right out of it. And he was 5-10 on that day. So, I mean, on his penultimate start and on his run to Red Saxon, he's a definite runner if you're going short in the pick 6. And then Southern Blaze made a very good debut. I know the form line hasn't worked out too well, but with natural improvement in this sort of lineup, he's got to be a definite runner and one for the shortlist. Then I want to touch on number 7. He was in contention up until the 400, and then he choked up in running. If they've seen to that problem, you don't know what to expect from a horse like this, because he was cruising with good natural speed on debut, and then he just choked up, obviously, at the 400 and stopped pretty much to a walk. So if you're playing wider, add the 7. I am going the field, excluding the first timers in the pick 6.
Okay, interesting. That's all All right, that can be quite a tough race, and both of you have found shooties over there in terms of what you've looked at, especially with Grand Destiny being at 40 to 1, and what price yours, Darren? Any price, I think. So, yeah, it could be one of those races. All right. So, where does that take us to now, guys? And as far as the slides go, let's have a look at yours, Darren. We'll stay with you, and you can give us an idea. We haven't looked at the first couple, but one of them that comes up is the World Sports Betting Gauteng Summer Cup winner, Flying Carpet, that runs in the second race.
Yes, Flying Carpets, it's a progress plate. And I mean, a grade 1 winner in a progress plate, pretty much best weighted. He shouldn't come off the bit. He should really win a progress plate quite comfortably.
Yeah. So what, is he easy to back at 12 to 10, or was that correct?
I think it's a decent enough price. Have you got my slide there, Clyde?
Yeah, it's up.
No, we're still seeing the computer form.
Are you okay? Well, it shouldn't be. Let's have a look why that shouldn't be the case. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Can you see it now?
No.
Okay, well, let's try something else. I'll try and see what I can do here quickly. Is it showing you now anything?
No, it's still the computer form.
All right, let's do something else here quickly and get this up here for you. There we go. Put that up. That's what we want to show you guys now. Okay, good. There, have you got it now?
Okay, there we go. So my
Okay.
pick six is a 960 Rand perm.
Okay.
If Mike's check wins, we'll double up. And I'm going the field in the last race, not taking any chances. Then the best bets in turffontein, Flying Carpet, in a progress plate, he should take a lot of beating. And then Chase Your Dreams, who comes to the racecourse with a big reputation. And I think even after a short break, I think Azzy will have him spot on for a maiden over 1,000 meters with Kamala up. I make him a very hard horse to beat. And then my value bet in Sherbet is race 7, number 8, Elysian Chief. He just keeps on getting better and better with racing. And I think he could be good value at 9 to 2. So I will be taking the treble at 30 to 1, Flying Carpet, Chase Your Dream, and Elysian Chief. And then on to Greyville Sunday, we got the Christmas Stakes and the Flamboyant Stakes. I will be tipping as my best bet, race 2, number 6, Aramandi, or Amarandi, if I think it is. She'll take a lot of beating. Then in the Christmas Stakes, I think Crown Towers, he is best weighted over a mile with a good draw. I think he'll take a lot of beating. And I think they got the betting slightly wrong there. In sure bet of the day and value bet, race 7, Mount Laurel. Her last start in Joburg, she just didn't see out the mile with the long run in at Turffontein. She moved up to them and then just failed to go on with the effort, but she wasn't disgraced. She is grade 1, placed in the past, and I think she's good value. So around 66 to 1 the treble.
Okay. So we need to fix the, you say that, we need to just sort of sort out that slide, don't we? Sorry, I beg your pardon. The spelling of Amarandi, correct? Sorry about that.
Amarandi.
Yeah. Okay. Have we got it right now? Sorted?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that's Darren's page. And then I'll bring Darren. Daryl, let me bring you into whilst we're talking about Hollywoodbets Greyville, because there we've got Amarandi as the best bet on the card, and you heard from Darren him talking about Crown Towers. But I'd like to ask you the question: is it overs for Crown Towers? You there, Daryl? Daryl there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Oh, the 6 at Greyville.
Can you put my slide up, Clyde?
Yeah, it's up now. Have you got it? Can you see it?
No. I see Darren's.
I beg your pardon. Okay, Daryl, there we go. Now you got yours. There we go.
Okay,
See yours now? Okay.
Obviously, Crown Towers. He's got a lot in his favor, and he's possibly overpriced like Darren touched on, but I do respect the Paul Peter runner. But I just want to tell the viewers, Clyde, Amarandi, if you're going to back her now, because her price is way too generous. She's going to start deep in the red. And, you know, her latest 2 efforts have been very, very decent, Clyde. Last time out, it's a better effort than what appears on papers. The winner and her pulled 4.5 cleans clear of the third place runner. In her penultimate start, that maiden form line is standing up extremely well. The second, 4th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th runners have all won their next starts. The opposition appears very limited. She's gonna win quite comfortably. She's the best bet of the weekend. Well, on Sunday and Monday. And then I like the look of A Whole New World as my value bet for Sunday. You know, they've changed equipment and they've changed tactics in his last 2 starts. And they've opted to give him a chance and let him finish his races off. And he's done his connections extremely proud. He's running well in that manner. And he does go the extra 2 furlongs. I think if he can show that turn of foot over this extended trip, as what he did last time out, he could go back to back. And I do believe he represents a value at 13-2. And my Joburg, I've decided, my Joburg selection page, I've decided to tip 2 pick sixes. The banker is in the first leg. And if you do want to take a chance, you could possibly bank for Mark's Chick as well. But I've decided to back her up with Hollywood Bound. The first one is 176 Rand, 40 for 10%. And the second tighter perm is a 288 Rand full perm. So possibly divide your spend by 2 and look at taking those 2 pick sixes for Monday's meet.
Okay. There's another look at Darren's page quickly. That's what he suggests you guys do on Sunday and Monday. And then Daryl, his selections. Now, the professional double is we're going Aramendi and we're going Flying Carpet, those being your best choices. And that works out to around, at this stage, 9-2, the professional double. You have to wait Sunday into Monday. But there's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you can get that right before racing starts. My Shrudies of the day, I'm going Red Saxon at 15-10 into Mike's Chick. I'm waiting for Monday's racing. And I think with the Insure Bet, you'll get around 4-1 the double on those 2. So I like those very much. And don't forget, just a reminder again, why you have to join the WhatsApp. One of the reasons, again, is that we are intending on coming to Durban soon. We'll let you know on the dates. We're having a discussion with the guys and when's the best time to do a live show. As I said before, love to do it in Chatsworth. That's exactly where we want to be and meet everybody and make more friends. Yeah, we want to invite you to that, but follow the WhatsApp group, please. For that, there's the number 069-164-3272. And other than that, what can I say other than saying we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas to all of you and your families. And I hope you guys are planning on staying with the family and not doing anything else. There's no punting. I mean, you're not going to be, what's your plan on Christmas Day, boys?
I'm just going to be spending it with my family. Yeah, it's going to be a lovely, relaxing day. And the kids are having sleepless nights over the past couple of days. So, yeah, we'll be up bright and early tomorrow morning, Clyde.
Excellent. And Darren, best time
I'm
of the year.
also going to the family in Durbanville. I will be spending the day there. And then I look forward to racing on the Sunday and the Monday.
Lovely, lovely. Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Hope it's all going to be good.
Have a good one.
We'll next chat. What's the plan for New Year's? We'll do a Friday, Old Year's Eve sort of show, won't we, for New Year's Day, Saturday, January the 1st, they're racing at Turffontein, right? Anyway, did you guys get me a gift? Did you buy us a gift or give us something? What's the plan? What do you boys, when does the Christmas gift arrive? Any idea?
It arrives on Sunday in the form of Amarandi.
Okay, lovely. Okay, we'll go for it. All the best to your families and all our viewers. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.